So, hello guys, welcome again to our class. Today we're going to talk about clean water and sanitation as you can see in the screen. So, to start, we have a question that is like the warming up. So, if water could talk, what do you think it would say about the planet today? So, feel free to use your microphone or if you want to type it in the chat and I'm going to read it, of course. Then we have some information about how does climate change affect water. So we have 6 points and they explain a little bit about how does climate change affect the water. Then we continue with some data on water and climate change in Colombia, that is like my country. So there are some data that it's important to know. And then we have a small text that is for the activity. So we are going to read, of course, you are going to read, pay attention, write down the words that you don't know, and search for them, okay? I'm going to give you some minutes to read it, so pay attention. Well, then, then we have some questions about the text. So the first one is how does climate change affect water? And there are some other questions that are about the last text. And here we have the activity. That is a Padlet. Oh my God, it's charging. So in here you have to answer this question, these 4 questions, okay? So, well, then we have a short activity that I like. So you are going to imagine that you are an activist for the planet. So what are you going to do? Well, you have to create a short campaign with a message about the importance of water, okay? So imagine you are an activist for the planet and you have to create this campaign. And of course, you have to write down here in this column, you click here and you are going to write, for example, it's an example, your campaign, your message, okay? Think about it and you write your message here about the importance of water. Well, let's go back. Then we have an activity. So imagine that you are a drop of water and you have to give, as for the humanity, a warning to take better care of ourselves, of the water. So if we click here, it's charging. Okay, if you click here, it opens the activity. So what are we going to do? You have to give a warning for the humanity. This is an example. I made it as an example for you. So here you are going to do yours, okay? This is the activity. I wrote, if you keep, for example, if you keep polluting and wasting me, I might disappear. Or without clean water, there is no life. So those are my messages for the humanity. So you are going to create yours, and you are going to write it, type it down there to warning the humanity. So think about it and create yours. Don't copy. And don't copy mine. It's an example, okay? So write down yours. And let's go back to the presentation. Then we have, well, our last activity, that is, you are going to write down again, what did I learn today? Or did you learn today? So, for example, you are going to write down, today I learned that your opinion, your ideas. And then the second one, something that made me think was your ideas, taking into account the topic for today, of course. And the last one, that is, I can help the planet by write your ideas. Okay? And then you're going to write a summary here in this column, of course, talking about the topic, the reading that we did for the first activity. Remember, that is this one. So here you're going to talk about the reading, the topic. What do you think about it? How is it this topic affect your country or the planet in general? Okay. And this is all for today. So thank you. Bye bye.